Hello duckies, Andi here, back with another OBS tutorial, and today we're taking a little look at this. There's a new plugin that is out. It's similar to Exceldro's Move transition plugin, how you can do audio move, which I don't think I've done a video on, but I will do a video on. Exceldro brought this to my attention. This is literally just a single plugin that scales a source to sound. So if I stop talking, that stops moving. I can put that to music or anything like that. This is just one example that you could do with this plugin. I'm going to show you how to get it all installed and how it works. Let's just get into it. Put your rock, paper, stone. Let's go. So this is nice and simple. You're just going to need the latest OBS and also this plugin. You can get it right from the OBS website. I'll leave the link in the description below. So it's scaled to sound by Coffee? I don't know how to pronounce that. If you're watching this video, do tell me, because I butcher everybody's name. So we've got it's really simple, minimalistic interface, really easy to get. You would just hit the download button just here in the top right. Press download. It is only available for Linux and Windows at the moment. I don't know if they're planning to bring it to other platforms as well, but it's only available for Linux and Windows. I'm going to show you Windows. We're just going to hit download, and it's going to download a zip file that is absolutely tiny. So when we go down to the downloads in the bottom, we can just click and open the folder just here, and it'll take us inside the zip file. And inside this zip file, there are two folders. If you've installed plugins for OBS before, you'll understand what these are. But we're just going to copy the data and the OBS-plugins folders. We're just going to copy them, and we're going to go to your C drive. We're basically going to go to where your OBS folder is. It's most likely going to be in either Program Files or Program Files 86, or potentially both. If you have a look at mine, I actually have the OBS-Studio in both. But I know mine works only if I put the plugins into the just program files. So you might have to do a bit of vice versa situation. So open up OBS Studio, and you'll notice the same folders just here, data and OBS plugins. We're just going to paste directly into this folder. And then I've already got this installed, so it's asking me if I want to replace it. You do this if you're updating the plugin, because there's no like plugin updater for OBS yet. Stay tuned. I want to talk about stuff like that. Future ideas with OBS, alright? So get subscribed. There's going to be a little bit of a video explaining what the future's to come with OBS. So we're going to replace the files just here. In fact, I'm going to press cancel because I've already got it open, and I'll probably mess up this video and then I have to retake it. So we're going to open up OBS now. When you are installing plugins, make sure you restart OBS. So OBS is closed when you're installing it, and then you're installing it, then you reopen it, okay? Otherwise, it's not going to work. I'm just going to create a new scene just here for a second on my OBS. I'm also going to stop this, and if I just go to my just chatting for now, you can see I've got my webcam just here. And this webcam, I'm going to get it to start moving. So I need to find which source it is just here on the left-hand side. So if I press this visibility, I can see this is the source that I want to start to use. So if I right-click on it and go to filters, and then just press the plus sign, you should see scale to sound. If you're not seeing scale to sound, that means you've not installed it correctly, so you might need to just jump back a couple of steps and try and get it installed properly. You might have to restart your computer as well, potentially. So I'm just going to select scale to sound. I'm going to call it scale to sound as well. Press OK, and nothing's really going to change right now. So you'll probably see everything still looks the same, everything looks normal, but we've been given a few options on here. So we get to choose what audio source we want to use. We can use absolutely anything. So for the example I was using previously, I was using my microphone. So I'm going to select my microphone source just here, which is 1.Rode NT1. As you can see, it's here. And as I'm talking, it starts vibrating and moving. When I stop, it stops as well. So we get a couple of other different things. Obviously, this looks a little bit in your face, but this could be great. I don't know, making a rave scene or something like that. You know, if you get a sub, if anybody's seen my Twitch channel, I do the old crab rave, and the screen bounces in and out like that to the beat. It's pretty cool. You can get all that kind of stuff doing. So we have got the audio threshold. So if I start trying to talk really, really quietly, and I try, I'm not even going to get under the threshold, to be honest, because -4 is all the way down here. But we can change the threshold that it'll pick absolutely everything up by doing -100, or we can just leave it up there quite high. And now it's only going to react if I start getting really loud, or in fact, not loud enough. That's my bad. There we go. So you can see as I start getting a little bit too loud, it starts peaking up there and starting to work. But I've got to really shout to make it work. So obviously bringing that down makes it a bit more usable. And we can do the minimum size on what the smallest size the source should be. So if we do like, I don't know, 0%, and then as I'm talking, it'll flash in and out like this, which looks absolutely horrendous. But that might be the desired effect that you want. And obviously, depending on how loud I'm being with a microphone, is how much it's going to zoom in by as well. So turning that up, I can turn the maximum size down as well. So if I only want it being like a small size. And this is all happening to the source. We don't have to, unlike Exceldro's Move audio source plugin, it doesn't have to be on the audio device. We're actually putting this filter directly on the filter we want to start animating and moving. If I turn that off, it'll reset the source back to its original setting. You can turn it on at any point and it'll play it like that. Easy as that. It's really cool to use it. So now I'm going to show you how I created that little speaker effect on the example at the beginning. So I'm just going to delete that off there and go to this blank scene that we created earlier. So on the blank scene, we've got absolutely nothing. We're going to turn that off for a second, and I'm going to add in an image. All you got to do is do a bit of Google. So I'm going to add my speaker image in here. So I'm just going to press speaker, do a browse, and it's on my desktop, and I found a little speaker PNG file. It's a Pioneer DJ speaker. That sounds wonderful, doesn't it? I'm also going to put a color source on just so it makes it pop a little bit so we can actually see what's going on here. So now we can see I've got my speaker. I can make it as big as I want it, depending on what your scene it is. This is perfect for DJs. I'm also going to add in a second image now, and we're going to do the speaker driver itself. So we're going to press browse. I'm just going to open this up. So this doesn't actually match this speaker at all because I've spent absolutely no time trying to get it to match. So I'm just going to put it to where I want it at full size. So I can start deciding where I want it. And I think there looks quite good. So now we've got two images. And obviously if I turn the speaker driver off, you can see it actually blends in quite well. That's not a bad effort. Obviously if you spent more time getting it to look right for your speaker or whatever, and doing a bit of Photoshop madness or whatever, you could get it to look even better. And now, just as we did before, we need to go to filters on the speaker driver, because that's the one that we want to move. And we're going to press filters, and we're going to press the plus sign and go to the scale to sound, just like so. Go to scale to sound there, press OK. And now we can use whatever audio source we wanted. So if we wanted to use some music, we could use the music if we wanted to, or we could use the microphone as we were using previously. Let me put some music on. So if I go to this little wonderful place, where is it? On Google. And I go to youtube.com. Like so. And I'm just going to type in Andi Stone. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm going to put this on... where is it? I don't even know the name of my own song. Strangers in Paris. Just hit, and I bang it on. Alright, it starts going through my speaker. That's really awkward. But now, you'll see, if I change this to Google Chrome. So we can see it. I'll unmute it as well so you guys can hear it on the video. So depending on the settings now, you can see it's slowly vibrating. So obviously turn it down depending on how loud this is. So I'm going to turn it down because it's quite quiet at the moment. And I'm going to turn the minimum size down. And then now it's going to animate to the music. So we've got a beat coming in a second properly. So again, messing about with the settings to get the desired look or whatever like that. If I want this a little bit bigger, for instance, I can still change the size of it, because it's not actually changing the sizes. So there we go, we've got some music playing, and it's animating directly to the music. Again, it just something to add a little bit of an effect to your streams. I love the attention to details. I'm gonna have to jump off this video before it gets too bright in here, because it is absolutely scorching and I'm sweating. If you want to support me, then consider joining Patreon or being a channel member down below here on YouTube. All that jazz, you know how it is, alright? And I'll see you in the next video. Put your rock over the stone. Much love. I just want to say a huge thanks to all my patrons that help make this content full-time, make it free for you guys, and also a huge thanks to all my YouTube members. You guys are legends. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me and the community. Keep it up, guys.